Welcome back to the Gfinity Dota 2 kickoff season. We've got Empire against Virtus Pro coming up, and I mean coming up because the players are in the lobby, Durka.
Yeah. Well, we're getting VP in here. We've got Jotham in there already, so we're waiting for the remaining four people.
But there will be Dota.
There will
There
be.
will be Dota.
There will
Fingers
be
crossed.
one
Fingers
more
crossed.
game tonight.
Yeah, everybody at home, please watch on Twitch. Cross your fingers. I don't know if there's a suitable cross fingers emote that you could type. Probably just, I don't know. What could you type?
Are you sure you wanted to ask Twitch chat to emote
Yeah.
their feelings?
Yeah. Yeah, no. Well, yeah.
Brace yourself.
The break was not our fault, obviously. I'm it's not some cop out apology, but basically Steam died for everybody. I think everywhere on the
Worldwide,
planet.
I'm pretty sure.
There was a momentary sort of, I felt a great disturbance in the force, like 7.5 million voices crying out in unison, and Steam was down. So yeah, that sucked. I'm glad I wasn't at home actually, because I would have just sat there staring at a blank screen. It's better to be here. I could talk to you.
Play a game.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got players entering the lobby. It's going to be Empire against Virtus Pro. What can you tell us about these two teams?
Empire have been on a pretty hot streak of form recently. I wanted to look up their win rate before we started this, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in the region of 70 to 80% over the past couple of months. Like
Wow.
they are doing ridiculously well.
Yeah.
Whereas VP, they've shown flashes of form where they have team cohesion, they work well together. Obviously, they've got very skilled players individually, but they haven't consistently shown they can perform against the higher end teams. They do decently within the CIS community because they know how each other plays. They've been in the Dota scene for a long, long time.
Right.
I mean, especially someone like G, they've been playing Dota,
Yeah.
Dota 1 for years.
I mean, he's awesome as well. He is absolutely awesome. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think Empire, like I've seen them a few times lately, and they look imperious. They really do. They look unbeatable. But we'll see. Virtus Pro, I've seen them a lot of times over the years, and they can either turn up and play really well, or they can not turn up and just get sort of stomped. It just seems to be that kind of thing. I'm not sure if they can sort of. I don't know if it's. I don't know what it is. Why some teams do that? How can it be so variable? Like you think people would turn up and they'll say, "Oh, we kind of, our draft wasn't what we wanted it to be," and that confuses me. You're the ones in control of the draft. Like you're drafting those heroes, and then you say, "Oh, we weren't too happy with the draft." I'm like, what were you doing then?
But that's one of the weird things because you can be forced into situations without fully consciously realizing.
Yeah.
And that's what separates the excellent drafters from the good drafters. People like, Poppy, for instance, he has his off days where he drafts unconventional things, but he's constantly looking to push the enemy to pick heroes which they don't want to play.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's pushing them to pick that hero that's weak in the lane, then he tries to pick a hero that's very good in the lane against that.
Yeah.
So it's great to see, and that's what Empire has been doing constantly. They've been looking to draft very strong lanes and force your opponents to try and counter your lanes, and then countering their counters.
He has a very strong sense of that he's right. Like when I've talked to him about drafts before, he's got a very I mean his knowledge of Dota is ridiculous. Like like all these players, but he just seems to know. Well, of course you'd do that because they did this. Like it's just. So I think drafting to these guys who are good at drafting, it's like this map that they's just laid out in front of
Oh, yeah.
them, and they just go, okay, so this is how we're going to do this. And also, his team have total faith in. I mean, Puppy's like the leader, right? I think a lot of teams need that. Someone who is like, I'm in charge because I'm the tallest person here, and I tell you what to do.
It's funny you say map because quite a few teams actually do have a notepad where they map out specific drafts.
Oh right.
Like DreamHack 2 years whenever MTW won it with Cinder, and I think it was 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, I can't quite remember. Apparently Navi had this notepad and they predicted every single one of MTW's picks and bans all the way through until they met them in the final.
Jesus.
But obviously they lost them in the final because MTW was playing that ridiculous Tinker Turtle strat where they just sat in the base and pushed their lanes, farmed up for as long as possible, and then walked into the enemy base.
Do you think that I mean think about TI3, Rat Dota, and everything like that. We don't seem to see as much Rat Dota as we used to, in my opinion. It used to be literally whoever could get Nature's Prophet Weaver or someone like that and just rat. That doesn't seem to be quite as bad anymore. And you think about Alliance's results after TI3, things changed a bit and they seem to struggle. I mean, in the Dream League kickoff season, they didn't do particularly well at all. I mean, I'm kind of surprised, like how the meta changes, slight changes, and that's it. Everything changes.
I think it comes back to the point we were talking about earlier, where Fnatic are great at bringing new things to the table but not playing consistently.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that with Alliance. They had very dynamic movement from their supports, and that's what allowed them to go so far and win TI3 and become this huge dominant team.
Yeah.
But as soon as other teams and other competent players realize that's what they're doing, what if we do the same?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they realized moving these dynamic supports stops the split pushers. You can actually go and pressure them, stop them getting the amount of momentum that they gain, and it also allows you to win your lanes.
Yeah.
So this advantage Alliance had over people with Ake and S4 moving together with EGM across the map, creating plays, doing all these amazing things, other teams started doing it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the funny thing. Everything you're doing is essentially visible.
Yeah.
And everything that, then because the replays are readily available, anyone can download the replay and have a look at the game afterwards. Of course they do, and analyze it and say, what should we have done here? I have never done that. Like, gone and downloaded a replay from a really close game and see what could have done differently. Maybe I should.
I've done it a couple of times, but only when I've been in an argument with someone.
Oh, really?
Like, you should have done that because this happened. They're like, no. Go and watch the replay. Okay, watch the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were 3 seconds slow with that stun. You could have saved my life. I'm really disappointed.
God. It was on cooldown. No, it wasn't.
no, it actually wasn't.
Yeah. So we have Empire in the lobby. We are lacking a Virtus Pro, apart from one. So they are being got hold of. The problem, of course, is when players have an hour and a half to kill because Steam dies on you, people become, they sort of go AFK and go do other things, go play Hearthstone or something like that. But we were just talking about Hearthstone earlier, and I know that you and I both play it, but we'll stick to Dota for the time being. Who do you think at the moment, if you were to start TI4 right now with no, like, this is the other thing. So let me do a two-part question, okay?
Okay.
Do you think there's going to be another big patch ahead of TI4 the way there was ahead of TI3? And if there is, it needs to be soon, doesn't it? Like, if you've got to give the teams time to adapt.
I think the most recent patch is enough. That's changed the game not pretty drastically. It's changed the game enough, especially things like the Blink Dagger, Ember Spirit coming into Captain's Mode, things like that. I don't think we need a huge, drastic change. New heroes coming in, anything being modified massively. Yeah. Maybe minor nerfs here and there, like Ice Frog likes to do with base armor, attack damage, things like that. That might be a possibility. But I don't think we'll see a massive patch.
I mean, I personally think that the current game, the meta, is really good.
Oh, I love it.
And it's strong and aggressive, and everybody gets items and farm and everything. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to watch, and I think it could lead to some really good games. I mean, the way to play at the moment isn't turtle for 50 minutes and then win, which is the death of the game. And here comes another player, so that's good.
What was the second part of your question?
The second part of my question... What the hell was the second part of my question?
If TI4 were to happen...
Yeah, which team do you think would currently be the strongest, or the top two?
It's so hard to say because I'm so sure that teams like Na'Vi and Alliance have things in the background that they're not showing now.
Also, everybody's like, there are some teams in China.
Oh yeah.
Like LGD that everybody's saying they're the strongest. Like, it's ridiculous, and IG as well. Like, those teams are going to come back with an absolute vengeance for TI4.
DK is looking pretty good as well.
DK, oh my god.
Ice has surprised me at how well he's fit into that team, because I thought, okay, he's just going to go and die over and over again and annoy his teammates and get kicked out within a couple of months. But he's gelled so well with that team.
I've watched them a few times and they're incredible. Like, I honestly think that in terms of the quality of teams, there isn't going to be one obvious standout winner, and that's great. I think it's looking good. Of course, ahead of that, ESL Frankfurt. But we are here for the Gfinity Dota League, and VP players are rapidly joining the lobby. We have 3 now. Who's that? So Vampire, who's that?
I'm pretty sure that's NS. That's his old username.
Right.
But I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah. And Illidan, and who's Jotum?
He's one of their support players.
I see.
And then there's G and Smile.
Yeah, so we've got 2 left to come. So let's think about Dota, right? Which heroes at the moment would you say are your favourite to play?
My favourite?
Yeah, in this current meta, given that, because I've like you, with supports used to be a sort of agonising grind to get anywhere, and it would be aided if we got items, and then they kind of changed. Like, in a way, I think. Do you remember when they changed the scepters and people were like, well, what kind of support farms up a scepter? Like, how often do you get a scepter and so-and-so? And then it's like, well, actually, if you do, it's super worth it in certain situations, like you said with AA.
Visage as well.
Right. I mean, yeah, Visage. I mean, even I think heroes like Earthshaker, if you can get a scepter on it, Blink Scepter on Earthshaker, the damage potential is so ridiculous. I mean, I don't think it's on Enigma, not quite so worth it. On Sand King, it's good, but I don't think it's quite so worth it because of the way BKBs and things like that. But I mean, that change has made it interesting, hasn't it?
With heroes, I like to play. I think Invoker is probably still one of the strongest out there, which is
He's
why we see him
super strong at the
first
moment.
ban
Yeah.
so often.
When you see him get to a game now, it's kind of like, oh,
Oh, it
hey,
is
Invoker.
Invoker.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so who's this?
That's one of the Empire staff members, I
I
think.
see. Okay, yeah, I was going to say Empire are bringing 6 players for this game. I think they're going to go for maybe what a 3-1-2 lineup in the lanes.
It definitely works. Earthshaker, Windranger, bot lane, have an aggressive tri lane.
God, that I mean that's the I played this Fight or Flight mod um, for Dota 2. I don't know if you saw it. There was like a post on.
I quickly scrolled through the video. I never got a chance to watch it.
It was interesting because he takes the game. It's not out yet, right? But there was like a sort of build copy that I played with a bunch of people, and you have it's 5v5, and there are 4 towers that give you bonuses if you control them. So you defeat the tower, and it gives you control, or it gives you extra mana, or it gives you extra experience or whatever. Um, there's no farming level. There's no farming and no laning at all. You just roll around as 5. You capture towers. So it's basically based around team fight. So you want to pick a lineup that's super aggressive, super team fighty. And if you're like, oh, I need to get farm for 20 minutes, you're going to be in trouble. You start with a decent amount of money, and it's a lot of fun. I think you start at level 5 as well. So it's like all action from the start, and it was actually really really fun. You collect. I didn't quite get the log collecting bit, but you collect logs and throw them at something.
Just
And,
because.
yeah, and stuff
You
happens.
have to
but,
collect something.
yeah, but it was exciting to play like a brand new game of Dota. I mean,
Mm.
this was like the first. I mean, I know there have been mods. Like people are saying there are lots of Dota 2 mods out there, but they mod the client, I think, rather than the. Sorry, they mod your side. Like they'll change the way things look in game, sounds and stuff. This was an actual complete rebuild of Dota, so the whole map changed. I think it was the first new map for Dota, as I understood it anyway.
So using assets from the engine in the game.
But custom stuff too.
Okay.
But yeah, it was really interesting. It was cool. I'm not sure I would play it over normal Dota yet because it took me a long time to learn it. But I mean, if you just want to like a relaxing, fun, just team fight, it was fun. Because Dota at the moment, to me, I like the long nature of it. The fact that
The build up.
sometimes. Yeah, it leads to tension and also the turnaround. Like sometimes you could be losing a game 15 minutes in and then win it. I was playing last night. We came this close to losing to a team where 3 guys disconnected.
Oh no!
This close.
No.
It took all our willpower and sort of teamwork to manage to drag this game out. Because the guys that ended up with money was like Nature's Prophet just suddenly had all this money, and he was just terrifying. But anyway, we're just waiting for some of the players to get in the lobby. We've got 3 now. Here's a 4th. One more Virtus Pro player to come.
Waiting for G.
Waiting for G.
God kills them all.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I saw his name, and the way he capitalizes it, and sometimes doesn't, I always thought it said God kills the mall rather
God
than
kills them all.
rather than God kills them all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's easy mistake to make, I guess.
It's like what is hip, what I ship.
Yeah.
Sometimes you sort of see it, and your brain doesn't click instantly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for the final guy, let's just take a quick break, and we will be back in a second because we just need a couple of minutes, but we'll be back in a second. Welcome back. We have all the players in the lobby. We are just waiting on them picking on the first pick and all that kind of stuff. we got sides and all the rest of it. So we have a game: Empire versus Virtus Pro. The Sigma versus VP game. I think we're going to sort that out. We're not going to show that after this one, as I understand it, because players have to be other places, and the delay was that much that I think the plan is they're going to play it another time, and then
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to show the replay or the result, but anyway, that'll be sorted out. So the game that we have left here is Empire against VP, which, personally speaking, no offense to either teams, I really wanted to see this game.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Do we know the standings, by the way, the overall standings for this?
I'm not too sure. I know that Sigma is somewhere near the bottom because they've lost all of their games so far.
Yeah, the first week when I cast with Joe, they lost all three,
Yeah.
and I mean lost all three. They got like stomped. And I've seen them in other things, and they haven't looked particularly good. But there you go. So, okay.
They're fine with the sides, and
Yeah.
it's the best one. Yes, it is.
Yeah, best of one. Did they really ask that?
One of the casters did. Yeah.
Yes, it's the best of one. So this is the league. I guess they all play each other twice, right? It's like 3 points for a win. They play each other once. They play each other once.
They play
apparently.
okay.
One time. There's not a home and away, but anyway. The money at stake, I did have it written down on a piece of paper last time.
7,500 total prize pool.
Is it 3.5 for first
I think
place?
it's 3.5 for first place.
Yeah, Trout doesn't know, but anyway, we'll let you know. So that's that. What other games have you been playing lately, Durka?
I've been playing CS:GO a bit lately.
Really?
Yeah, I've been getting back into that. I just love playing it. What I don't love is getting flamed because I'm bad.
Welcome to my world, buddy. Anyway,
Just constantly, why didn't you shoot him? Because I'm bad.
yeah, because it takes a
I'm
second.
not fast enough to move my mouse and click on his head. I'm so sorry.
The game is loading in now. We're going to be on the picks and ban screen soon.
Look at my invoker.
I know. That's I don't get the loading screen thing. Like everything else I get, but that's up for like 5 seconds. What do you anyway.
I got it for free, so
Oh yeah, well, why complain?
I wouldn't buy it. I get what you mean. I wouldn't buy it, but
Yeah, I mean, like of all the things to cosmeticize, the loading screen. I mean, what next? The mouse pointer. You could cosmeticize the mouse pointer.
that would be great because you constantly see it. Although you never actually directly look at it. I
No,
guess.
you don't look at your mouse pointer. I guess I don't actually look at it.
No.
Yeah.
Your brain sort of registers where it is
Yeah,
and where it should be.
It
rather
becomes
than
an
you look-
extension of your hand,
Yeah.
really, doesn't it? But yeah. Okay.
That's weird.
So all the players are loading in. We're gonna have VP playing on the Radiant side, Empire playing on the Dire side.
And I can
I can hear music.
Where is this music,
Where's music
suddenly
coming
coming from?
I can hear music.
Do you have
I can
the
totally
stream
hear music.
open?
Yeah. Okay. Is that normal? Okay, just talk. He says. Team Empire against Virtus Pro. Yeah, it was alarming. I thought someone's phone was going or something like that, but
No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, team. The music this is really good.
I can't help but move my body. So pick some bands. I had it open on my computer. Oh right, yeah, I get it.
I thought.
There we
so.
go. It's
Oh
me.
dear, it's you.
Oh dear. God, it's weird. I hadn't been able to hear any sound on the computer earlier, and now I can hear the music. But anyway, we're in the Hero Select. First band, Lycan.
Loads of people have been running Lycan recently. We saw it the other day. I think EG were running it. No, it was Sigma running it. And basically, people have realized again that Howl is a ridiculous skill. You're giving your supports amazing harass power. You're giving yourself amazing push power with the wolves. You get necro units. I think it's plus 40 damage at level 4 or something stupid like that.
To everyone in an area, or
No, global.
on the map. Oh, that's stupid. They're banned. So Lycan, Dazzle banned, Visage banned, AA banned. Now think how things have changed. That now all that you ban is the supports like Dazzle, AA, and Visage. But Invoker is available for pick. So I wonder. You've got 3 selections. Well, we've got 4 selections before another ban. So Invoker will almost certainly get through here, which is a good thing, I think.
I think it goes to Empire though, because G doesn't really play Invoker from what I've seen. He prefers these sort of long-range initiation supports or heroes that can get into the midst of team fights and do lots of damage.
So we could pick something like OD to sort of counter that?
OD has fallen out of sort of favor recently because he's very heavily countered. People, like we were saying earlier, with the dynamic supports, they're constantly moving to the mid lane. So it's hard to lane as an OD and dominate as much as he used to be able to. So I think we might see G go for one of his old standbys, Queen of Pain, Storm, something very mobile, maybe Puck. He does love those heroes.
It is crazy the way the game doesn't change, but the way everybody's playing it
Yeah.
does. It's so crazy. I mean, I guess that's, it's true of something like football. If you think about football, it's the same game it's been for a very long time. But what's changed is the way people play, strategies, and everyone tries to copy the best guys. Well, there's a Batrider pick. So I guess we could still see an Invoker if Batrider juggle farmed or offlane or something like that. But they're going to take Bat Doom instead, which is a fun combo for nobody apart from Team Empire. Strong as hell. And Naga Siren, Virtus Pro are going to have a second pick up here. I guess the interesting thing to me about Naga pick, like I always like this, you pick a hero who could go carry or support. You could even, like you said, mid with her, like we saw in the last game. So
Very open hero.
yeah, and Crystal Maiden, as I said, cracking support, and gives nothing away. It's still plenty. The entire pool is still really pretty open with these heroes. So
It's the same with Empire as well. I mean, they've picked 2 cores, but their cores could go anywhere.
yeah,
And like you were saying, with the game doesn't change, but the way people play it do. It's those little tweaks that IceFrog makes, rather than the sort of overlying trends of people picking heroes and finding a way that works, that actually changes the way people play. The most noticeable things, which most viewers pick up on, is sort of heroes of the month. Like, okay, that hero is being picked a lot, he must be really good. But then someone comes with a new hero of the month. And it's not those individual heroes and the players that are playing them, it's the little tweaks that are happening behind the scenes that are actually making the game change and forcing people to pick them, really.
I mean, when I say the game doesn't change, obviously Dota changes.
Yeah, a little
but
bit.
but I mean, when it changes, like with a massive patch, you understand the meta changing. But there hasn't been like a massive patch for a while, and yet the game still evolves and changes. It's interesting.
So one of the weird things between TI1 and now, TI1 had such a small hero pool that people were forced to pick everything. So people were just picking random heroes, like, okay, let's play this, let's play this.
Right.
Then TI2 comes and people are playing, a hero pool of like 30 heroes. Such a limited pool from this massive hero pool, because this is what works. We're going to stick with what we know.
Yeah.
Whereas TI3, people are coming with new strats, new heroes, unconventional ideas, heroes which had never seen the limelight before, and it's really progressed from there to now every hero is viable. Every hero is a good pick.
Do you think that the part of that waiting for the big occasion to try a strat is that, as well as putting pressure on yourself of saying, well, now we've got to make this work or we're going to look like idiots, it also kind of puts pressure on your opponents, because you're like, we haven't played against this before, or we know this is strong, or they must have been practicing this, so that puts that doubt in your mind. You're on the back foot because the focus becomes the other team's strat rather than how you want to play. You're suddenly thinking about responding to them. That's why I love to see that kind of strat saved for the big occasion.
I just imagine in the grand finals of TI4, if Na'Vi picks something like a Huskar,
right?
How do you think their opponent's going to be feeling? Like, Huskar. I think the Chinese teams will probably be the most prepared, because they occasionally see that in scrims. But European teams would be like, oh god, what do we do? How do we stop this guy?
Yeah. Why isn't he picked more often, do you think?
He doesn't offer really any stuns or mid-game. He's very lane reliant. If he doesn't win his lane, he can't progress item-wise. He's a very heavy snowball hero that also cuts off at the mid-game.
Right.
So it's difficult to turn him into a late-game carry, but it's also difficult to turn him into a mid-game snowball hero, like something like Razor.
But I mean, don't you think that given that supports now get what they get, and that aggressive support play is key? I'm wondering if he could be viable, because if you go with his heavy gank, someone like Huskar would really benefit from that, just wrecking people and jumping up in people's faces, because that's what he's best at.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I think if we did see him, we'd probably see him solo mid or solo safe lane, something like that, to go up against another solo laner. Win that lane like OD used to. He's a little bit harder to track down and kill because of his passive. The magic damage coming out in the early game from your supports, it's not going to be as effective against a Huskar as it would against another hero. So yeah, that's a possibility.
Yeah, it's funny, in that fight or flight, the thing I was talking about, the mod that's like with the just team fight, Huskar's like one of the key picks.
Oh really?
Yeah, because he is literally it's just a fight, and that's like his bread and butter. He just wants to fight. So Invoker has been banned, I guess, because, I mean, okay, Nyx Assassin. I think that's smart. If you've got the Crystal Maiden, you want the Nyx on your side, not their side. And also, they're going blue to counter the red of Team Empire.
It does look
let's
that
see
way.
if Team Empire can continue to pick red heroes. They've also banned 4 heroes with blue backgrounds or blue. So yeah, they really hate the color blue.
Definitely going for their specific strat. But VP were never really going to pick Invoker. G doesn't really play that hero, and they don't have a carry player that plays Invoker on the safe lane either, so he wasn't going to fit into their playstyle. They do like to have pretty strong laning phase with their support heroes being able to lock people down, do plenty of damage, and move off the lane to give Illidan space to farm. Illidan is quite literally their key player. If he gets rolling, he can be unstoppable. And if you've got G jumping around the map with the supports, finding pick-off after pick-off, then Virtus Pro can be a force to be reckoned with. But Team Empire, they are hard to track down, they are hard to kill. With heroes like Batrider and Doom, they're going to be running away from VP constantly.
Yeah, I mean that is a pretty terrifying lineup. Banned out the Morphling and the Disruptor. Disruptor, again, a hero we've seen a lot lately. A lot of fun. I really like him. It's weird because he kind of comes and goes. Like, he can be... I mean, they banned him because they picked the Batrider, so it makes sense as a ban. But I just wonder now, we're into the sort of the stage where you think, okay, how are they going to lane this? And, like, Lion is one of those heroes... Leshrac, okay, they've got a blue hero of their own. Like, Lion is one of those heroes that, when I first started playing Dota, like 2 years ago, Lion was a guy that everyone was like, yeah, you've got to take mid as Lion. So we've already got a mid, so you can't play Lion, because he needs those levels, and then you get Finger, and you start running around and just wrecking people. And because he's got that sustain with the mana drain, he is quite good at just laning and just wrecking people and, you know, ruining people's days. But you don't see him mid as much anymore. Why is that?
It always used to be this massive thing where in Dota 1 you'd have 3 or 4 heroes constantly solo mid. You'd have Shadow Fiend, Storm Spirit, and Lion. And this was back when Storm had full 600 or 650 range, I can't quite remember, before his attack range was nerfed. And you'd see those 3 heroes just rotating between the teams, constantly 1v1, 1v1, 1v1. Now that there are so many more solo mid heroes that can play up against the Lion and not get outlaned by him, it's more difficult to fit him into that lane. One of his main strengths was always that he can cast his Earth Spike up the cliff into Fog and harass the enemy hero.
Right.
But like you said, his mana drain is very good. Hex for escaping gangs. You can Hex that support hero coming in. Get that level 6 relatively early. Blink Dagger early on him is so great. You don't necessarily have to go for Arcane Boots. If you've got a bottle, that's great mana sustain for you. You can start rotating, moving to the other lanes. But heroes come along like Puck, like Queen of Pain, who do excellently against Lion.
Yeah. I like the Puck pick. I was going to say I wonder if they could pick something like... I was going to say Lifestealer, but I wouldn't want to pick Lifestealer into a Doom. I was just thinking about the Nyx bomb is so strong. With Puck as well coming in, you know, around the side. But I'm not sure if they'll pick that.
I wonder if they pick a jungler here, in fact, because they need some way to keep up with the Doom and Batrider farming.
I wonder if Empire think that, because they've banned out Enigma here, so they might have thought the same thing as you.
Enigma was the hero I was thinking of.
An OD ban.
That's an interesting one, actually. I'm not sure what... I guess because he's playing Puck, he doesn't want to get owned on that lane.
Maybe. And he's thinking, I don't particularly mind facing any of these guys, but I don't want to have to face an OD, so we'll ban the OD.
So I think VP have to go relatively greedy with their last pick here. They've got Naga, who looks like it's going to be carry supported by the Crystal Maiden. Nyx might be off lane, then Puck solo mid. So if they go for that greedy jungling hero to try and keep up with the Doom and Batrider who have Devour, who can farm the jungle so quickly, the Lion and Leshrac are going to start falling behind. Because of the laning setup from VP. We'll just have to see what they go for with their 5th, because Team Empire are about to pick up their last hero as well. It's going to be a TA up against that Puck. Pretty much a classic matchup nowadays.
Yeah, interesting one. I can't stand playing against TA. I've been playing mid a lot more because I'm trying to get into those mid heroes. They're fun. And it's a pool that I haven't really played a huge amount. And I do love playing Magnus, and I love playing Legion Commander. And those I always take Legion Commander mid. People are like, oh, you gonna jungle LC? Take her mid. Get those levels and get their farm, because she owns. If you get a blink on Legion quick, and you can snowball, she is the ultimate snowball hero. If you can win some duels, Gyro.
Very interesting.
So
that's a carry Gyro. So support Naga, Crystal Maiden, Nyx off lane, and Puck on the mid.
Or you could leave Gyro alone and have an aggressive tri-lane of Maiden, Nyx, Naga.
It's a possibility, but with the 2 melee heroes of Nyx and Naga, if they have the Batrider solo safe, that's going to be pretty devastating for them. Then there's Leshrac and Lion, who are both ranged as well. They've got to deal with that.
Let's see what they go with.
So over on the Dire side, we have Silent on the Doom, Vanscore on the Lion, Always Want to Fly on the Leshrac, Resolution on the Templar Assassin, and Mag speeding along with his boots of speed on that Batrider.
So for the Radiant side, we have G, God Kills Them All himself on the Puck, Jotum on the Crystal Maiden, We also have AA on the Virtus Pro, on the Nyx Assassin. We have Vampire, who you said was NS, on the Naga Siren, and Illidan on the Gyrocopter. And he's looking like he might be going in a aggressive tri-lane with Maiden and Naga, and then they'll leave the Nyx in the solo safe up against Bat.
Be an interesting matchup of Nyx against Bat, because he's got that Carapace, but it's got what, a 20-second cooldown or something? 23-second cooldown.
Compare
at level
that
1.
with Sticky Napalm, which has a 3-second cooldown.
He's gonna have a pretty rough time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing is that if the Batrider goes on you with Firefly, you can pop the Carapace and at least get a stun off, because you know, you might have a chance to get away, but he's certainly not going to get any farm down there, whereas Batrider probably is. However, when you're up against, let me see, Leshrac, Doom, Lion, I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
And with the change a couple of months ago to the off lanes now, the Radiant off lane you can block to get your creep equilibrium next to the ramp coming up from the river.
Oh, they've caught Leshrac here! He
got a haste.
The damage! He just able to get the haste, but he took so much damage there, that was unbelievable. Oh my goodness, he almost melted.
Rocket Barrage is a sick skill. And on the dire side, Mag here blocking creeps very nicely. The Nyx has to do such an excellent job of blocking.
Look at the block.
To hold it back to his tower. I mean, he's done a really good job. At least, I mean, if the creep wave was all the way back here, he'd be in a pretty rough position. But he's held that back pretty well.
A very early stun.
To take one last hit.
Yeah. I'm not sure I like that. Because now he's got... Well, he's lost 100. He's only got 234 mana. I guess he's thinking, look, my stun only costs 95.
He's got Magic Stick as well.
Yeah, that's true. You're up against a Batrider. You're going to have a lot of Magic Stick charges. There's a lesson for anybody. If you're ever going up against Batrider, buy a Magic Stick. Because look how many charges he's got. 6 charges already.
I think Mag doesn't necessarily need to be spamming him with Napalm here.
Yeah.
He just needs to keep it on him every once in a while to basically harass him without doing damage, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But look at this. I mean, he's now got 8-1 charges, so he can spam his Impale because of Batrider spamming his Sticky Napalm. He's actually doing pretty well.
It's actually outlast hitting the Bat.
Yeah. I think that the thing is with the Bat, he's like, you get into the zone of putting too much Napalm down. You're kind of obsessed with the Napalm, forget about the last hits.
Well, he's expended half of his mana pool without actually doing any damage, and here comes the Firefly onto AA. He does have Carapace now. He's going to have to use it pretty shortly. There's the Impale.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, actually. Holy cow. So he's like, yeah, okay, cool. You may have got a few last hits, but you can get out of the lane now. And I'm actually going to get 9 last hits because of the Firefly of the creeps.
See, Mag did this to try and get his bottle, but he's still a little bit of gold behind. So now's the time when AA comes into his own. He's got mana, he's got HP, he's got 1 charges. He can start harassing Mag off the lane.
Look how pushed up this lane is, though. Nagasaran's going to go and find this Doom. He's got skeleton helpers. She could net him. No, I don't think she's going to bother. They're just going to run him away. This is so aggressive. Look at this. They're all up in this Leshrac's face. Lion manages to get a Hex down. Leshrac managed to get a stun off as well. And there's this. It's an Impale from Lion on the gyro, and they're able to walk away. But they are all up in their grill.
And flat cannon.
And this is the thing. Doom comes in. He's level 3. He's got no mana. He's basically contributing nothing. Just standing there.
He's giving them an aura. That's all he
is.
needs. Here comes the ensnare onto Leshrac.
And they back out. Oh, they just throw Naga under the bus. But no, she's going to get the Leshrac. I think, yes, she did. First blood goes the way of NS. And this Doom needs to be careful. Then they need a rotation. This is going well for Virtus Pro. Here comes Leshrac. He's back in. Not a rotation. Sorry, he TP's back in. They managed to catch it. That's a nice stun. Nice stun from Lion. But Doom needs to be very careful. Leshrac jukes her, fakes her out. And then Nagasaran runs away. If they had a rotation from mid, from the TA, oh, look at the speed of that phase shift from Puck. Salve up on the gyro, and in they're going to go back in. The Dark Troll Summoner there, giving Leshrac some guff. They're very aggressive with this tri lane.
That's how they like to play it. They like to have these dominant lanes, get in behind that tier 1 tower. They were unfortunate to lose the Crystal Maiden there to that nice Earth Spike from the Lion. He just had enough mana to get that off. And then obviously the low respawn time on the Leshrac coming back into the fight. If that Lesh hadn't TP'd back in, it could have been another 2 kills for the Gyrocopter, because Naga was posturing, getting back in there, had Riptide ready to go.
Earth Spike. I think I said Impale.
I keep calling it Impale. They changed the name a couple of months
Yeah.
ago.
And also, it's like you've got an Impale on the Nyx. So.
Then you've got Burrow Strike from the Sand King, which isn't in the game.
Yeah. Oh, they get a freeze down. Oh, the split earth. It looks cool, even when it doesn't hit. So, Lion is back here. See, Maiden... oh, look at this Joe's just running at him. He doesn't care. Oh, the Naga Siren, she dies. Can he get any kills here? Nice freeze. They're going to get the Leshrac, I think. He might get a double kill. One more on Lion, one more to attack should do it. There, he gets away with it. Oh, he
the
died.
crit! The crit from Doom sealing the deal.
Doom was like, not today, buddy.
I've had enough of your
Enough!
shenanigans.
So, let's have a look at Puck and TA. Well, TA is 24 and 12. Resolution doing very well mid.
8 last hits
Up
ahead.
against Puck, 16 and 1. But those 12 denies are even bigger. She will hit 6. Actually, Puck is higher level. Has more XP.
That's because TA has gone for a couple of runes and Puck has just sat on this lane.
Yeah, that's my biggest downfall when I play mid. I'm obsessed with the runes. Obsessed. To the point where I leave loads of farm. And I think that's one of the main reasons I lose mid, apart from lack of
Got
skill.
to get that rune.
So, in the early running, 3-4. So it's passing my test for a good game. 7 kills in 5 minutes. That's a good thing.
Pretty good. Typical CIS Dota. Aggressive, aggressive, aggressive.
I like it.
Bottle
I
drug here
want
from Mag.
fighting.
And this is what I like to see. Mag not using every single charge in his bottle so he can bottle grow faster.
Oh, that is clever.
I mean, he did need HP and mana, but he didn't need them so desperately that he wanted to lose that speed. Oh, here we go. Doom coming in from behind. Doom onto the gyrocopter. Naga and Crystal Maiden split off there. Leshrac trying to find a stun onto Maiden. Finds that Hex out onto the Naga as well. A nice Earth Spike from a Lion. Where's this Doom?
Wonder where is he? Where is he?
Illidan kills.
There he is.
Illidan gets killed by that Doom in the end.
Oh,
Gee!
the damage on
Oh,
that
what?
Puck! Double
2
crit! Are you
crits
kidding me?
in
3 crits in a row! He's the crit lord!
That wasn't a third crit.
What was that?
That was just...
oh, it's just if it's more than a certain percentage. Oh, calm down, PFAS, calm down. Okay.
But that was 2 crits in a row. The RNG gods are in the favor of Silent today.
Yeah.
G comes in like, guys, I've got this. I've got Dream Coil, I've got Nuke Magic, I've got Silence. I'm going to take someone down. And Doom just swats him away.
Swatted him. Him killing Puck is not cool, man. It's like someone stepping on a teddy bear. You shouldn't have to see that. Lion stealing the Dark Troll kill there, I think. But I mean, just think about it. Like, the thing with Lion is that he's going to have to be careful because, I mean, Finger is awesome, but if he uses it on Puck ever, he's getting face shifted pretty hard. This Rocket. The Rocket ain't stopping.
Can he kill it in time?
No,
Yes.
25 gold. You get money for killing it?
Yeah.
Dang, I guess it's made of metal. You could sell it for scrap or something. I don't think I've ever noticed that before, that it gives you about as much money as a creep.
I think you might get a little bit of experience as well, but I'm not sure. I think you should, because you get experience from, like, Venom Awards and stuff, don't you?
Pause. And an unpause.
And instant unpause.
Sorry. I think that was a slip.
So this aggressive trialing up here from VP, it worked pretty well for the first 2 minutes. They're diving behind that tier 1 tower, found kills, but the movement from Empire, just too good for them.
Yeah.
This is what I was saying, the low mid lane, G, trying to get in the face of Resolution. Taking a little bit of harassment in the process. Empire love to get in the face of their enemies, but in a controlled manner.
Call down on the Doom. Nice slow. They want this tower. It's in deny range. Good stun. But a split earth. CM could be in big trouble. There's a rocket on Doom. He's going to die. He's in the net. He managed to get the Doom off on Gyro. Can Gyro kill him first? No. So the Doom goes down. Gyro... I think he might live here. Oh, they can manage to get the CM. Leshrac wants this. Oh, he lives. He lives. And they get the kill. They get the kill.
Gyro living on 6 HP, popping the wand, having enough to rocket barrage and sustain through that Leshrac trying to find him. But Resolution.
Nyx came around the back with the Vendetta, right? Yeah. Nice. So Nyx has mana boots at 8.5 minutes, which is nice, and he has more importantly 1,200 gold. There is a blink on Bat.
See, that's the thing. Nyx was forced to move to this top lane to try and help them out, and Batrider just got his blink, like you said.
And he can then just go and get all those sick jungle farm, and he's like, cool, now I've got everything I need.
Wait, Bat did just buy Blink, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he did,
And then I
yeah.
think he sold it because he wants to buy from the side shop, which is
Yeah, that makes sense.
intelligent.
Although, yeah. No, that makes
He'll have enough to bottle up and have enough for Blink Lasso.
Yeah.
I love that change to Blink now. It
Oh,
doesn't
it's
cost
so
any mana.
good. I mean, honestly, that to me, as someone who plays like a lot of heroes that use Blink, like Sand King and Earthshaker and stuff like that, it's made it so much more fun because you don't have to worry about that awful moment when you blink in as Mag and you don't have the mana for RP.
Like, damn it!
I've got just enough for an RP. It's just, come on.
It still confuses me a lot when I play Tinker though, because you're constantly, thinking about how much mana you've got, how much mana you need to rearm and rocket and use March. And I always still factor in the 75 mana for Blink. So I always end up with that, 300 mana excess where I should have been blinking. But
So Bat abandoned that plan, has
Yeah.
rebought from the shop.
well, he wanted to go back to base.
Yeah,
but
and has said, well, I'm going back to base anyway. Oh, dear. Holy crow. That's a lot of damage.
I was
What
watching Nyx-
happened is...
I was watching Nyx kill Leshrac up top, and then all of a sudden Crystal Maiden pops down bot.
Yeah, that was the crit damage from Templar Assassin just absolutely destroyed her. And now they're going to turn around and maybe get this Nagasaurus as well. Are they going to find the real deal? They're chasing hard. Here comes the gyro. Cooldown catches line. He's going to eat both of them. The lasso and the finger. And they managed to take out the gyrocopter. Lion running away from these illusions. What level is Nagasaurus? She's not 6 yet. She's only level 5. Oh, the splash! Nice. The illusions managed to take out the lion. And there's the song.
Can they find Bat Rider?
Oh, they're looking for him. They're looking for the
It's-
bat.
oh,
They just
finally.
catch him. They just catch him. Can Puck get him?
Yes. They managed to stop his blink coming
The
off
blink is
cooldown.
stopped. There's the net. And Mag will die. Well played, VP. I wondered why they were singing there for a second. I was like, he's gone, surely.
Take a look at the XP graph. That's sort of 4 to 5k lead for Empire. So their lanes have worked out very well for them. Their gold lead, however, not so much. The kills they're giving away not really matching up with the kills they're gaining. But their farm overall, especially with Resolution pretty much dominating this lane at
Yeah.
mid. What has he bought? He's bought a Blink Dagger himself. So they've
Yeah.
got this double blink of Bat and TA.
And Nyx Assassin has one as well for the other team. So, I mean, once Puck needs to get one, and then I think they'll be fine. Does he? He doesn't have one, does he?
No,
He
Puck
really,
is
really didn't
far
get much
behind.
mid. Yeah, he really. If you look at his farm, 35. He's basically got half the farm of TA. So G needs to do some catching up here. The thing is, once TA gets those items, and she doesn't need much, she becomes so terrifying. And the initiation they've got with Lion and Bat and TA, I mean, Jesus, it's terrifying.
I just do wonder what she goes after Blink here, because, Bat blinking and Lasso onto G. G's going to get melted by that Mel Strike. Nice impale there from the
That
next,
was a
though.
nice impale.
Carapace as well, stopping them in their tracks, but G going to go down regardless.
Wow. I mean, the resolution. I guess that, I mean, you get Deso on her quite often, don't you? Because of the damage it puts out. But
Well, I was just wondering if she goes defensive or offensive here, because they got the 2 blinks, so they can play quite aggressively in.
I think just go aggressive.
But there's the Naga Song, there's Cooldown, there's Dream Coil. There are all of these spells which can counter your aggression.
Yeah.
Then maybe you go for a BKB first.
Nah.
Nah, BKB.
Nah.
Nah.
She's gonna go for this gyro.
Yeah, DD Rune as well. Blink
DD.
Dagger ready.
Oh, but wait. There's an AA here. There's a net. Nyx destroys her. Doom doing what he can. He's chasing Joe. He's got the Doom off. Carapace stuns him. He's trying to walk away. He's trying to give it the walk away. He's fast. He's got those phase boots rocking and the drums.
Oh,
but
really
there's
nice.
a nice stun from a mile away and the net. Puck joins the
No stuns
party.
left.
Tries to TP out.
He's out.
God. The rocket is going to follow all the way.
Where is it? We're going to follow this little
It's
baby.
there. Just north of the
Yeah, I've got it.
tier 1.
Don't
Oh, you got
worry.
it? You're on it?
I'm auto-following the
okay.
rocket. Everything's fine.
Here we go. It's never
It's
stopping.
speeding up. It's speeding up. I love when the rocket's following Tinker and he's TPing
It's
across
outrunning the tower
Bam!
shot. Pow! Eat it. He's fine. Midas on Doom. I missed when he picked that up. I think he must have just got it. He didn't have it when they were chasing him a minute ago, so I think he'd bought it and he's now picked it up in the shop.
They've got a lead. They want to try and secure that and
Absolutely.
progress it. Definitely viable. G still pretty far away from that blink. I hear a trap. NS is in a pretty rough position. There's Meld onto
Oh
G. 2
my
hits and he's
God.
down. Here comes Illidan though. Call down, catching Resolution with the Rocket Barrage as well. NS taking plenty of damage from Always Wanna Fly, but Leshrac second to fall.
Yeah. I mean, this is the problem is if, Gyro's like great.
Oh, no! NS, he was walking back into the Edict, and Edict still carries on after Leshrac dies, so he
Oh,
almost
wow.
he almost died to go and deward.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. I would have died then. I would have died 100% of the
Oh,
time.
look at that. Earth Spike onto Crystal Maiden from the Lion, then Nyx appears and kills the Lion. Don't touch my baby.
He is, I mean, the funny thing about Nyx is I always seem to waste Vendetta. These good players, they always seem to use it in the right way. They always seem to be there or thereabout, lurking. I'm sort of like, all right, there's a guy. I'll go kill him, use Vendetta, fail to catch him, waste it. Whereas they seem to use it to cleverly sort of wait, lie and wait. Once you get it to level 3, of course, you can pretty much use it all the time.
And this Nyx has been everywhere. He has been in the perfect positions every single time. When he was up on top helping out his team, twice in fact, when they were having that fight at the tier 1, Doom and TA were diving. He was in a perfect position to find the TA, take her out of the fight so she wasn't a threat anymore. And that just turned things around for VP.
She's getting a BKB. She's got the Ogre Club. So,
what are your feelings about this?
It makes sense. I mean, they've just lost a few fights. She needs something. I think it makes sense. I think when they were, it looked like they might have just run over them. I think get a Deso and just go crazy.
Nice stun there onto Leshrac, cooldown as well. Only going to catch. Oh,
Song.
Naga Song.
What was
holding the fight? They saw that was really nice. They saw the bat blink in, so they stopped the fight and try and retreat. The cooldown wasn't going to do anything massive anyway.
Oh, lots of damage on Jotum. And they get the puck with the lasso and the Doom
and the everything
puck.
And the stuns everywhere.
Lots of stuns. Nyx runs away, but they kill the puck. That looks so tragic.
It's kind of like when Rubik steals Fisher from Earthshaker and they cast their Fisher across each other.
Yeah.
There's Earth Spike and Impale.
Yeah. So their push with the Leshrac is very strong. I wonder if. I mean, dude, this is I love to get the Alpha Wolf for the crit. It's so much fun. And they just quick. Let's go get Roche.
And Batrider has that Force Staff as well, allowing him to blink in Lasso and force out, drag someone far away from their teammates.
Resolution just sitting on this Ogre Club, making them wait to see which way she's going to go. And top, there's a DD rune, which is Nyx is going to get. He's got Blink. Building Dagon, I guess?
Force Staff, I mean, Dagon is a possibility. There are squishy supports on the dire side. Lion and Leshrac are food for him.
I would like to see him get a Dagon. I really would. And go Blink and kill the Lion. That would be good.
The thing is, Empire know he has a DD because of that TA trap. But can they... no.
Oh, the
really
frogging!
Big hex!
Give him the frogging of a lifetime.
He's still got Blink.
He dodges the Impale as well. Wowee. That reaction time there.
That was amazing.
Between the Vendetta and the casting of the Impale, he manages to frog him.
I think what he was doing is waiting with his spell
maybe
ready to cast and just spamming the ground in case Nyx comes up behind him.
If he just like auto attack the creep wave and just left it, or in between auto attacks just queues it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hovers the mouse over somewhere, maybe, or maybe he just has disgusting reactions. I'm gonna say probably a bit of both. Batrider going BKB as well, I would guess.
They need some way to get through the Naga Song because they want to try and initiate and kill someone without having the fight completely stopped.
Yeah.
Because even if they can just catch the puck or gyrocopter and drag him away from the team, away from his teammates while the song is up, that forces the song to be dropped, and then they re-engage with the gyrocopter when he's out of position, or they just let that one hero die.
Do you think AC or Shiva's here on Doom? He's got the plate.
I think Shiva's here. Because it follows up with them wanting to try and chase and find pickoffs constantly, whereas AC, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. AC works well with the TA, to be fair.
It does, yeah. I mean, the thing is, they've got kind of a castery heavy lineup, so I think the Shiva's chuck some ice damage in there. You know, just a bit of extra.
I think when you've got sort of Chen creeps and Nature's Prophet treants and things like that, AC would probably be a lot better. But yeah, like you said, they've got a lot of nuke potential. Slowing them down and chasing them definitely does help out.
Yeah.
Jeed, still no Blink Dagger. It's looking pretty rough for him.
Also, of course, I guess it kind of helps to cancel multiple Blink Daggers at a time, doesn't it? You can get in there with the Shivas and...
Here goes Lasso, Blink, Song.
Into Song.
Out of range though. They managed to kill him in time.
Nice.
And this Crystal Maiden's dying to the Leshrac, who just turned his spells on. Maiden walks up into him.
Wow.
I think this might be the end of VP. There's Doom onto AA.
Oh, that's a 3-man Dream Coil. That's nice.
But,
But it's a defensive one, and they have to back, and they will get this tier 2 mid.
Resolution. Oh, he does. He's got.
He's got the Aegis. He is outie.
Aegis of the Immortal.
Refraction is just disgusting. I mean, it's the ultimate sort of diving spell, isn't it, really? So, Empire already at 19 minutes pushing this tier 3, and it's already looking like VP are going to struggle to defend it. They're trying to run back now. They don't have Song for 2 minutes. Gyro can come in with a rocket and a cooldown, and maybe they can try and turn something around here. Who can they catch? Blink from TA. She's going to run away from the tower shot. And 4-staffing on the Leshrac, and they are able to run away as a team. Nice. They didn't get the tower, but they got it down very low.
Once again, we're following the rocket, but Mag blinks onto the rocket to take it down.
Yeah, nice. So, let's look at Puck's farm now. Still no blink. Still no blink at 20 minutes into the game.
Really is vital.
He desperately needs it. He's like, guys, I need this. Come on.
Once again, it's similar to the last game, where 3 cores from the Dire side are in the top 3 of net worth, and then you've got the Leshrac support of the Dire side ahead of the solo mid of the Radiant.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty. I mean, he's good at that because... Well, actually, he's... Wait, no, Leshrac has...
Well, Leshrac was just ahead
he was.
of the Gyro.
Okay.
No, he still is ahead of the Puck.
I've got him... Oh, I'm looking at last hits and eyes. Sorry,
Oh,
you're looking at net
I'm
worth.
looking at
Of course.
sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, that's the tower push, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at last hits. I was like, wow, he's like 30 behind. How did Puck get 30 last hits in a minute? Smoke gank possibly from VP, but I think they're just going to ward up the jungle here. Try and push this lane out. There's a lot of farm. Lots of pings. It's funny, the pings with no context, it's sometimes hard to know if they're angry pings or just like awareness pings, or it's funny. Well, I really wish we could tune in and listen to the...
That was a really nice ping there from the Naga, though. He's going to be sending his illusions over to this ward spot. I don't know if they 100% knew there was a ward here, or they just guessed, but that's a good call.
Yeah, they guessed. Well done. And there you
Line
go.
with
Blink
a blink
online.
as well, seriously.
The initiation potential is ludicrous. And then, now it is. He has his blink on Puck.
But
The thing is, they need that blink on multiple heroes because you've got to shut that Naga down before she can sing.
see, now they've got the blink on the Nyx and the Puck. They can start to make things happen. They can find pickoffs possibly on the line and the Leshrac. But they've always got to contend with the Doom and the Lasso, coming out with these 2 big core heroes who have so much farm, so far ahead in terms of levels as well. In fact, if I can find the level tab, 14, 13, and 13 on the TA, Bat, and Doom. And then we're looking at 12 on the Nyx, who is their solo safe laner, basically. Then 11 and 11 on the Gyro and Puck. So they are 3 or 4 levels behind the cores.
So,
BKB used by Resolution. He's in the midst of things here. Song of the Siren going to be soloing him out, so the Lion can't help him. And now Lion Vanscore left all on his own. Except Doom turns up to the fight with a Bat Rider Finger of Death onto Illidan. Doom gonna doom down G, take him out. Big crit! And AA, nice blink. Where did he end up? Over here, finding an Invis rune.
gem down. And the damage from Leshrac there was huge.
And he doesn't even have Aghanims yet.
They're just running around and they're just doing a crazy amount of damage. Look at Maiden's net worth of 2k.
Oh.
She has nothing. This is what we were saying about the supports not having much.
Yeah.
I mean, Lion's got blink. I mean, that may not seem, you know... Oh, God, I thought the game was frozen. They were just all chilling.
Just stand still.
Just stood there for a
Wait
sec.
for the creep wave.
I mean, if you look at Nagasaren's, she's got mana boots and nearly 2 grand. What's she going to buy? Why is she sitting on 2,000 gold?
She might be going for a blink herself.
That'd be interesting.
But yeah, it's a good point you make. With this aggressive tri lane, they've been limited to the farm and experience they can get. Batrider has been farming the Radiant jungle.
Yeah.
Doom has been farming the Dire jungle. TA has been farming mid. Batrider has been farming bot. So basically 3/4 of the map has been farmed by the Dire side. And I hear a Hex. No?
BKB now on Batrider. He is happy. They have got what they need now. When is Roche up? Maybe they're just going to say, we'll farm, Roche will be back, and we'll high ground.
Yeah, 15k XP lead and fantasy points. I did not want that. Over 15k, going towards 17k gold lead for them as well.
It is kind of weird the way there's a button for it. Like most of the time, it's not going to be anything.
I actually
right?
end up unbinding that because I press it so often. I expect gold and XP graphs to
Right.
like be at the end of the
Yeah, yeah,
row there.
yeah. It's weird. I wonder if they're just going to push down mid and finish this off. They may as well, huh?
I don't know if they're capable because they're going to be going up into a choke point. Well, it's the reason why they're pushing 2 lanes at once. They've got Doom and the Lion pushing bot, so they don't get caught in a choke point where Song, cooldown, Dream Coil, Nyx can impale 4 people. They don't want to get caught in that situation where they just get nuked out of existence.
But they have so many BKBs. I kind of think that they don't really care. Like they got 3 BKBs. As long as Leshrac just holds tight, and he's not that far off his Bloodstone, he'll just sit tight, wait at the back, wait it out, and then pile in, do a crazy amount of damage. I mean, the 3 BKB havers have run forward.
The BKB havers.
Yeah. The moment they see it's go time, they pop their BKBs and they fight.
Oh dear, earthquake.
Something's banging around. I don't know what it is. One of the other officers is banging
But
around.
here we go, big team fight here, call down onto all 5, but like you said, the BKBs are popped, Illidan goes straight down. Big ultimate from Crystal Maiden, doing absolutely nothing, Finger of Death.
Puck. So much hate.
And now the Naga Siren using
But it doesn't
Song.
matter.
What are you going to do now?
Yeah.
Resolution is a little bit out of position, but Refraction to use.
Yeah. No problemo. That's a dead Illidan. This will be a dead lane of Rax, and there's GG called.
Well played by Empire on their pretty damn good streak.
Yeah. GG YPO.
Gege Whippio.
That was, well.
For the first 5 minutes, it looked like it could be
A game.
anyone's game.
Yeah.
But Empire just showing their dominance, their ability to control the map, farm multiple places at once. Their core heroes doing excellently well.
Their farm. Yeah, they outfarmed, they outplayed, outmaneuvered, and the team fights, they were, well, just fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. I thought the TA pick was a really good one, and played very well. Doom, 679 gold a minute. That's some nice cheese if you can get it.
Oh,
So,
yes.
yeah, last system denies top 3 in terms of kills all over it. So very well played, Empire, and as expected, really. We thought they'd win that game, and they duly did.
I've got to give it a smile on that next, though. I wasn't expecting that lane to go quite that well.